Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, everybody, for tuning back in once again for another episode of Logiks. View. Oh, man, I've been researching and cramming so much. My brain been hurting, but it's the life we live. You know what I'm saying? Love doing it. Been doing it since about 2008, 2009, 2010 type of area. So I'm used to it by now. But it is a lot going on in the state, in the nation, and in the world for sure. You know what I'm saying? So it's an exciting time. Hope everybody is having a good Saturday. Hope everybody keeping God first, staying strong, because it's war out here. The Bible say, grow not weary in doing good. Don't grow weary in doing good, because the Lord see it, and the Lord is giving you the strength to fight anyway. And all you gotta do is spend time with Him and pray for more strength, grace, guidance, and He'll give you what's needed to carry on. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, it's a lot going on in Michigan. We already know, and try to stay focused more on Michigan. We got a lot going on. We got the presidential primary coming up, which is usually later in the year, way later in the year, but it got moved up till February, till this month. So it's a lot going on. We got the county conventions coming up. I believe those are February 15th. We got state convention coming up March 2nd. So if you are a precinct delegate, be aware of those dates. If you want to become a precinct delegate, you have time still to sign up for that. But I think the deadline for that is approaching. I'll find that out and keep bringing that up as the deadline does approach. But man, so we got county conventions. I know we got our regular monthly county meeting. Then 2 days later we got our county convention, and then that's in preparation for the state convention, which will be over in the Detroit area. So a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? We got school board meetings, and we got city council meetings. We got monthly GOP meetings and whatnot. It's many ways to be involved and get active and see what's going on, and how you can bring your gifts and talents into the battle, because we need all hands on deck. Especially, all you mamas out there who love your kids so much. You put them first. You love them. You should be a mama bear. If you're not sure what a mama bear, a mama bear is somebody who protects their kids at all costs. But a mama bear is also somebody who's awake to the deliberate attacks on our children by the government and by these leftist and satanic agendas. And mama bears won't let nobody touch their kids, including the government. And they aware of the plotting and planning that the enemy is doing towards our children, and they not just on defense, they going on offense as well. So we want more mama bears. We encourage everybody to be a mama bear, and papa bears as well. We need papa bears as well. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let me quit ranting. Christina Caramo, she is under attack. I stand with Christina. I stand by her. Known her for about 4 years, going on 4 years now, 3 years. Before she entered the race, thought about entering the race. We've had many conversations, and I know she's I believe she's authentic, and I'm standing with her. Everybody else against her, not everybody, of course. Majority of the delegates around the state see through these deceptive tactics, and we gonna continue to fight and stand on the right side of this battle. I'm working on a little video. I'm putting time into it to let people know who Christine is. A lot of people who not involved in politics have no clue. All they know is what the mainstream media tell them, or all they know is what they hear from the opposition a lot of times. So just doing a general video. I'm putting some time into it and effort, and I'm praying that for God to give me grace and guidance as I do that, and hope it come out good. But anyway, You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody having a good day. My son went to sleep unexpectedly on his own, took a nap, and I'm like, what? I can actually do a video? Even though I wasn't fully prepared, I'm always prepared. I stay ready, so I ain't got to get ready. So I'm on here. I'm about to play a video. Breaking video, just dropped today. Let me see if I remember how to do this. You know what I'm saying? My bad, y'all. Alright, let's see. Bear with me. Let's see if I can do this. Still, gotta get better at this. Come on, baby. Alright. Here we go. There we go. Alright. Now let me go hit play. We're gonna watch this together.
This trick to get gas for a penny is going to get banned in the US. This ex-programmer got fired from his job at a German car manufacturer after exposing a software bug in the fuel management system of all cars. This new gadget is basically a super zoom lens for your smartphone. It clips on your smartphone and lets you take stunning pictures from miles away.
Welcome back, everyone. The walls continue to close in on that radical district attorney in Fulton County, Georgia, Fani Willis. Apparently now she has been subpoenaed to testify before Congress. Jim Jordan has subpoenaed Fani Willis. He wants answers. Fani Willis, though, now has come out and admitted what we all already do, that she had or has had a relationship with that so-called special prosecutor she hired to go after President Trump. Remember?
Okay, hold on, y'all. My bad. Let me see where we at. Because it ain't doing exactly what I wanted to do. And I ain't going to try to figure all that out while I got y'all on here. I'm going to fast forward. And it's going to be audio only. So let me see where we at. It's a Jim Haw video.
Toll. Remember, radical Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel charged 16 Republican electors with all kinds of crimes, from conspiracy to forgery, 8 felonies each. Here is what they actually did. Acting on evidence that the election in Michigan had been rigged. Remember, Michigan is one of those states where we saw those early morning vote spikes out of nowhere. These 16 Republicans submitted an alternate slate of electoral votes in favor of President Trump. Now, even though the slate wasn't used, AG Nessel went after them with a vengeance, as I said, charging them with all kinds of felonies. Well, the outlet on the forefront of keeping this story alive is, of course, the Gateway Pundit. Its founder and editor-in-chief, Jim Hoff, joins us live to help put some perspective on all of this. Jim, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Grant. That was a great opening. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Well, there was a lot there, and I thought it would be good to sum it up before you and I talk about the ramifications of this. When I saw this on the front page of the Gateway Pundit, my mouth dropped open because, Jim, it proves they knew about this, yet they still arrested the 16 Republicans. They refused to investigate. Your response?
Right. We've seen this before. We've seen other examples of this. At Gateway Pundit, we reported earlier a few months ago that in October of 2020, before the election, a clerk in Muskegon, Michigan, was sitting at her desk and someone brought in 8,000 to 10,000 ballot registrations into her office just a month before the election. These ballot registrations, most of them had the same handwriting, had names and addresses that didn't match, phone numbers that weren't real, addresses that may not have been real. They recognized immediately that these were fraudulent registrations, and these were turned into a town of Muskegon that has 30,000 people eligible voters, and they're bringing in 10,000 weeks before the election. So what's interesting about this is we did some investigating with this. Dana Nessel knew about this too, the Attorney General in Michigan. She knew about this. This was not widely reported at all. A little local paper wrote something about this. Nessel turned it over to the FBI where it went to die, this investigation. And we know from the Gateway Pundit, from some other evidence that we collected, that this was happening in several counties around the state. We also know that this group, GBI Strategies, was being paid big bucks from the Democrats and Democrat PACs. Black PAC and the Democrat senatorial campaign was paying this group millions and millions of dollars. Why is that? To put voter registrations on the books in case they needed them during the election. Talk about shady. We're also seeing that, Grant, I hate to say we're seeing that already in this election, groups like that being funded, some without even an internet web address are already getting money from George Soros. So we're starting to see things ramp up for 2024. Democrats, of course, are going to use the same tricks they used in 2020. And, Republicans better wake up.
This is my biggest fear, that we're not ready for this election and the same thing's going to unfold. Again, in your articles over at the Gateway Pundit, I've started to see a theme that people are saying, oh, there was this nationwide FBI investigation into all of these so-called evidence of illegal ballots. The thing that I don't see is any evidence that the FBI is actually truly investigating. Can you tell me about this FBI investigation? Does it even exist?
That's a great question. We know with Dana Nessel and the GBI Strategies investigation, she said she turned it over to the FBI, but we don't have any evidence of that. We haven't seen any evidence of that. With these other, emails that we released today, we have no evidence that anything was done. We do know in one of the emails they said, well, this wasn't really our purview. They were saying the Attorney General's office was saying this isn't our purview, this criminal act. They actually called it a criminal act. Well, you would think it would be if you're talking about the Attorney General of Michigan, her office. So again, we're not seeing any proof that anything was done. We're seeing a lot of excuses that came out. We're seeing a lot of, wording like, well, this was debunked. This was already, resolved. But we haven't seen any actual investigation on these claims.
The common theme in every state, from Arizona to Pennsylvania to Michigan, Wisconsin, where we saw all these things is, oh, well, it's not our department that should be investigating. Everybody was kicking it to another department to investigate. And I urge people to go to your website, the Gateway Pundit, to look at these documents for themselves. Before I let you go, I'm just going to read one of them. This is number 5 for the guys behind the glass. This is an allegation from a poll worker, Jessica Conneran, that was a sworn affidavit. Conneran said in a sworn affidavit, and this was an email from lawyer Troy Cummings, who I believe worked at the DOJ. Conneran said in a sworn affidavit filed with the court that she was working as a poll challenger for the Republican Party at TCF Center in Detroit when she was approached by another Republican poll challenger who was nearly in tears because she was being told by other hired poll workers at her table to change the date the ballot was received when entering ballots in to the computer. Now, there is no reason for people to lie about something like this. And these are the types of affidavits I saw hundreds of and that have never been investigated.
Absolutely. It's a travesty. And, Grant, I don't know how much help we're going to get from the Republican Party, but I think us grassroots activists and people like you in the media with a big platform need to continue to hammer this home, because the Democrats, they didn't forget what they did in 2020. They know what they need to do, and Republicans better wake up.
Yeah, that is great advice, and I hope they do. There are great groups out there. You guys are investigating. We're trying to do our part. Turning Point USA is doing some things, and a lot of other legal groups out there. But wouldn't it be nice if Republicans in these state legislatures, the most important part, were to do their part? And I think they dropped the ball on all of this. Editor-in-Chief of the Gateway Pundit, Jim Hoft, it's always great to see you. Thank you for coming on this Friday evening.
Thank you, Grant.
All right, absolutely.
Yeah, so there you have it. I watched that with y'all for the first time. I didn't get to read it or read the article or see the video before that. I wanted to watch it together. But yeah, I agree with him. You know, Republicans, we gotta wake up and get active. You know, the Rhino Republican establishment, excuse me, they definitely not gonna help us. They held the reins for decades and never got nothing done for us. Sat back and padded their pockets. So we need more and more people to get involved. We got to figure out how to get our friends involved one at a time. Family members involved one at a time. Even if you get one friend and one family member, you know what I'm saying? Get them on board, and slowly but surely, then they can work to get other they can work eventually when they get informed enough and involved enough. They can bring people in, you know what I'm saying, one by one. But spreading the truth is what we do. Standing on the right side of history is what we do to the best of our ability, and we got to continue to fight, you know. So stay tuned. I'm gonna be doing more videos, trying to keep this one short. Not really feeling too good. Been studying all day and all night, always. And then Amari, he a headache too, majority of the time. Lord help me, you know. But no, man, thank y'all for tuning back in once again for another episode of Logiks View. And if you guys enjoyed this episode, please like, share, drop comments, and even prayer requests down below. And also subscribe on YouTube, Locals, True Social, Rumble, so you can stay notified each and every time our weekly content is uploaded. Thank you for tuning back in once again. God bless. Peace.